Great. I think this is probably going to be our last deck of the day. I'm going to wind down and take it easy a little bit at the end of the week. Only do 9 hours today as opposed to too much more than that. So again, just to highlight, this is our second time playing this build. I think this is card for card. Yeah, the card for card list that's on my website. I like this build a lot yesterday. It's essentially mono green splash Broco here. So we got that food package we talked about, Gilded Goose, Broco, Wicked Wolf. Just, again, that kind of green mid-range backed up by Questing Beast to punch through the Golos Field of the Dead decks. We got a bunch of Disdainful Strokes here in the sideboard. Heck, maybe 3's not even enough. I've been really high on Disdainful Stroke lately. Yeah, I'm gonna put a fourth Disdainful Stroke in here. Let's dive in. There's been so much Golos lately. And so many of these fire decks. Golos and fire has just been all over the ladder. And Stroke is just your best card there. Our modern submissions, $10. Modern submissions have not been $10 in a very long time. And by very long, I mean at least half a year or so. Modern deck submissions are $25 for subscribers and $35 for non-subs. And that's in large part due to the fact that it cost me $10 to play a Modern League on Magic Online. Gotta light money on fire just to get started. As always, full details on how to submit and what the pricing and all that is this year. Why only 3/1s? Well, this is kind of why in a way, because it's not always a land drop, you see. So I don't have any kind of food source. I think I'm actually taking Paradise Druid and just hoping to draw land here. This is a deck that is really interested in curving out. And casting a once instead of just having a land drop can be a little awkward in the mid game. Yeah, having to effectively gamble to play any kind of meaningful games really sucks about Magic Online. That is peak Magic. Hoping to draw a second land, draw a 6-drop. Magic's an incredibly low variance game. Have I told all of you about this game Mythgard I've been playing a little bit of? Where you can discard any card in your hand and turn it into a land, basically. I've been enjoying that one a lot. It's been sweet. We'll probably stream a little bit more of that again next week. I actually don't want to draw too many Henge here, just because, like, they could just Oko the Henge. Yeah, 4-mana Vivian seems neat. The problem is that, like, 4-mana Vivian competes with, like, Wicked Wolf in this deck, and, like, this build already has a lot of 4s. I am familiar with the game Force of Will. I also am completely incapable of understanding how any self-respecting adult would ever play a game with that game's artwork. So their IP is definitely the reason why I never touched it. Shadowverse is another one where the IP is pretty cringe. We were not talking about Shadowverse, but that one definitely qualifies in a similar manner. IP means intellectual property. So, like, for example, the Warhammer TCG I play uses the Warhammer IP. Hey, Sig, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Yeah, Forcible is the one with half-naked anime girls on every card. The combat system in the Mythgard game is really unique too, which is nice. It's just different from Magic. Different games are fun. It's fun to play a variety of things. You thought about pairing Fire's Invention with Kenrith? Yeah, that is something we floated around. I don't know. I don't really like the card. I don't really like the card Fires of Inventions in general, so I haven't really been brewing with the card because it doesn't seem very good. Just like haven't been super into it. I like, if I play Great Henge here, it just doesn't do anything. Feels bad, man. Without our own Oko, like, our wolf's just completely outclassed. Yeah, let's just move on to the next one. This format definitely has a lot of very heavy swings in it. Actually, I don't even know if that's true. Swings are the wrong word. When you fall behind in this format, and it's actually the opposite. When you fall behind, it's hard to catch up. Watcha gave you Historic and Brawl. How many more games do they need? Ones that are supported, unlike Historic and Brawl. Oh, we went there. How'd the decks treat us today? We had at least one good one. We had some stinkers. We had some ones that were a little middling, but good day overall. The modern games this morning were reasonable. We played Saheeli, 4-color Saheeli, which is a deck that I really like. I think I'm going to sneak that one in again next week sometime, because I think I might play it in a Moto tournament next week, next weekend. Love to play something like that, but how would it deal with the Golos decks that go over the top? It probably doesn't. It probably doesn't deal with those decks, and that's why it's not playable. Yeah, the aggressive Planeswalkers deck was really sweet. I'm definitely sneaking that one in again. Maybe even tomorrow. So if we draw an untapped land here, we can go Henge into Oko.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel.
Ooh, Crawl Harpooner. Crawl Harpooner sounds like a good suggestion. I'm into that, Doctor. Harpooner hunts pheasant. I just like the number of people who are playing decks and keeping hands that just don't take game actions until the 3rd and 4th turn right now is just like unreasonably high. All of them deserve to get run over for every game between now and forever. Like their first play that game was a 2/2 on turn 4. Like, how is that keepable? Yeah, I agree, Marty. Like, I'm looking forward to some efficient aggro decks coming and stomping some of these people out. I'm just gonna run it back for now. I don't really know what they're doing. Like, I don't know which. Like, obviously they're an Oko deck, I guess, but like, which Oko deck are they? Yeah, they should be boarding that card out against you, Marty. Anybody who left that card in post-board against Mono Red misassessed their role. I think Hostage Shaker rotating probably kills the bus. It kills the percentage for... I guess you could play Once Upon a Time in that deck. I would accept a party bus build around. I would accept okay, so I don't have the rules text of that card in my head offhand. If they Oko your party bus, do you lose all the creatures under it? Or is it a delayed trigger? It's a delayed trigger, right? Okay, yeah, that... I would accept a party bus build around. That deck's probably sweet. And by probably sweet, I mean definitely sweet. Yeah, the Charming Bus definitely... The Charming Prince definitely rides the bus. Teamer Oko was awesome. Definitely 10 out of 10 the deck of the day. And if you're someone who's new, who's hearing deck of the day and you're not sure what that means, after I'm done in about an hour or so, be sure to check out my website. Every single day, I cut up and upload every deck that I play to their own separate videos, and I tag a favorite or two. So if you don't have time to watch everything, which a lot of people don't, you can always find the highlights. I'm going to bottom this. I think I just want to look for some lands here with this Troll King in my hand. Oh, wait, they're a Field of the Dead deck. That's probably a mistake. Oh, they're ramping me. Didn't matter. Deal. Who's a hungry boy? He's a hungry boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. They could be a Yarok field deck. That's true. Golos. Elk, elk it up. Elk, elk it up. Elk it up. Do I elk this thing or do I just, maybe I just Wicked Wolf actually. Yeah, I was gonna Wicked Wolf here. Hey, Scholar, thanks for the donation. I appreciate it. In, sounds good. Sounds good. I assume that's for the bus. Will do. And I think I only make 1/1/1 here. I just crack them for 9. Just want to get as much damage as possible ASAP. Looks like they're playing like a base black field deck, which is not something I've seen before. Seems neat. Well, that's just rude. Fibblethip Avatar is required. I think I'm going to need you to remind me, but I can make that happen.
I will invert the world to watch kings grovel.
Oh yeah, I should have powered this up, right? Good call. Did I miss lethal? 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I missed lethal, right? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I would have been one short. I would have been one short. No, wait, I could have... Is this lethal? I'm dumb, sorry. My opponent probably thinks we're slow rolling them. So I'm not used to having this much haste in green-blue. It's weird having haste in the color pie. I was so focused on the mistake that we made that, like, counting the lethals, missed it. It's like yesterday when we found that sweet line with the Aristocrats deck. I'm not sure which I was more impressed with myself. Was I more impressed with the fact that I found the line or the fact that I found the line after having been live for 11 hours? We did not play Memekin today, so Marty donated for that one to be played tomorrow specifically. Honk honk, ladies and gentlemen. Oko's a $45 card. What? No, Mythic Wild cards don't cost $45. Mythic Wild cards cost way less than 45.
Surely you must be famished.
Surely you must be famished. We played 4 in the main deck yesterday, Nivik. It was great. I lost the only match that we played. I played in the tournament the other night.
Welcome to the feast.
So it was a single elimination style thing. Well, what is your quest? I seek the face. Yeah, definitely kind of a different format. Hopefully they invite me back to play again. Oh, they didn't have a land to play for the turn. Yikes.
One bite, and all your cares are gone.
There are a lot of field decks right now. Play something aggressive or play something with Questing Beast if you're gonna be in Diamond or Platinum. Yeah, the deck was cohesive at least, Marty. I think the green-black Henge deck is still fine. I just do think it struggles with the ramp decks. Just kind of how it goes.
Loyalty is fickle and fragile.
Wow. Oh, that's not a green creature. Tilt. You made this? What if I made this? We have a follow-up QB here, which is nice. Ah, yes. The classic Fires of Invention still put spells in my deck I have to cast deck.
It's not poison. Trust me.
I'm always impressed with the Fires decks. Always have it on 4 and still manage to lose most of the time. It's a true skill, really. Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked with the 1/1. I forgot about the fetch land. Okay, they get to play Beanstalk Giant next turn. 2 Beanstalk Giants even. Gaining 3 from our food is a good line. So, like, I really don't understand Fires in the ramp decks, because, like, the ramp decks have enough mana to be able to just cast a bunch of spells anyways, right? Our Wolf's tap because using its ability taps it. Although, I think this one's dead and gone here. Think we're donezo.
Welcome to the feast.
They don't have all the colors for Golos yet either, so... Steel Krasis is the new pact for Vizier. Yeah, it really is. Steel Krasis really is. It really is the new pact for Vizier. In a funny, sad sort of way. We're just not beating two 10-10s here, right? Just roll to the next one. You could have cast Troll King and traded the food for the... I just, Oh, Twitch chat. Troll King is too slow here. I think that's it. I think I just like trim my top end here. Just want to stay low to the ground. Honestly, maybe Ceratops is just like straight up better than Henge. I don't know. Henge grinds a little bit. 24 creatures still. It's a little low on creatures. Oh, let's just try and get under him. Just to reiterate for the class, for people that can't read Oko, Oko is not converted mana cost. Oko is power. Power 3 or less. I think I'm supposed to keep that. This is like, it's not strictly a land, but it makes the goose like a permanent mana source, right? So it seems very useful. I'm doing really swell today, Team Kessig. Yeah, you can take Golos. We're talking specifically the people that are talking about taking Hydrate Crisis, as people frequently do. So Golos is a legal target for Oko.
I invite you to change your ways.
Get in there, little goose. I believe in you. It's a bad game to miss land drops in. I've not gotten disconnected since the patch today. Looking to avoid doing it because it wouldn't let us reconnect last time after that happened. I think this deck has enough force, or could you run 1 to 2? Nah, I think that's just too clunky. I think the games you'll win to having the extra food are going to be outweighed by the number of games you lose by just like having your lands tapped. Trey is a castle as well. I think they're the only two. I gotta double check. There's a number of people in like the 42 to 45 month range though, last I checked. People with the castle at this point are people who started subbing way back in the day, who then stuck around through the Hex phase. Technically, I've subbed for other people enough time to cover 90.5 years. How long have you been sitting on that number, Marty? Like when did you calculate that it was 90.5? I feel like I just did the math. Okay. I still did a little bit of Magic, and I was doing mostly Hex. I played, we did a lot of paper Magic during that time. Huh? I think I just want to play all my accelerants out here. Yeah, I think I was going to play all my accelerants out. Yeah, I agree, Chumos. Hex is one of the only things that ever, like, clicked with me like Magic did. But that was in large part due to the fact that Hex was just like Magic Plus. Just like Magic with some extra skins on it. The Warhammer game is probably the only other thing that's come close. But that game's probably not really going anywhere in the long term. Alright, so I have 7 mana. I can actually, So what I want to do here, I think I could do both halves of this and this with the Castle Bridge. I could also just play Oko and plus him though. I think it's 1-1-5-5 Broko. Make a food. Yeah, WotC definitely suit Hex. I think actually, that's a low bar though, Nazgul. I think I'm actually gonna make this a 3-3. Like, this doesn't need to attack here to win this game, most likely. How are the results of the sub-survey working? I'll share some screenshots in the, in the sub-chat later. They about went how I want. How I was expecting. About 95% of subscribers who responded to the survey watched some amount of standard content, which is unsurprising considering the bulk of my content is standard these days. About 2/3 of subscribers that responded watched some amount of modern content, which is an appropriate number, I think, and makes sense to keep doing some modern content. There's 2/3 of people that like it. If you're a sub who did not respond to the sub survey and you still like to, you are welcome to. You just need to head on into the subscriber Discord or dig through your email for the link. I'll make a Paradise Druid a 3-3 here, I think. I don't really need the mana, and I just want an extra decent creature on defense for Oko here. The big thing I was interested in was how much interest a formal poll on historic content, and there is a very resounding yes, we want historic content in Hoaglandia. So Evan Elk. I don't know why they didn't attack me with this. With Oko in play, they definitely should have offered the trade on the beast. I did miss a free attack, thank you.
Let's broaden your existence.
The server name is Hoaglandia. The icon's a blue crown. Playing lands against Robber is a good suggestion. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Do folks remember earlier when we were talking about good decks or decks that can pick you up and carry you across the finish line even when you make mistakes? I just want to show that that's the case today. Just working hard to show that our deck's good enough to carry us across the finish line. We actually get enough questions about the Discord server and how to get in. I added a page on my website for it, so details on how to get into the Discord server can be found on my website here. If that person I just banned was a joke, it was a joke in very poor taste. And if they apologize for it, I will let them back in. But they should know that it's in very poor taste and that's not tolerated here. When was the modern content kicking in more, or did I miss that? We started doing modern again this week, Mustfall casting. So we played a modern deck every day this week. Yeah, the bot was fixed and all of our data was recovered, so that's nice. Hey chat, Robin Hood's got reach. Block the dragon, make him an elk. God, we are really bad at drawing creatures, huh? It doesn't matter, because, like, we have an embarrassment of riches, but, like, for reals. It's really bad, Tubto. There's a lot of disinformation and outright lies. The GOP under Trump has like turned into literal cult status and quickly approaching actual fascism. Okie doke. Hopefully we hit a string of creatures off this questing beast.
Why do you cross me?
As a European, I felt like I'm living in the onion world today. What was the comment? Did you, okay, you want to hear her talking about random politics? Did anybody else see that tweet? Trump tweeted a meme with a Nickelback video in it? And then to make reality even more like fiction, Nickelback filed a DCMA takedown notice on the meme that he tweeted, and it was taken down off of Twitter. Real life is weird. Why no Henge that turn? It doesn't really matter. If you scroll up in the announcements channel on the Discord server, it's in there. So I want to attack with everything here. Do I? If I attack with everything, it clears their board, right? Because they double block. Actually, no, because they have to chump block this because this can't block this. Yeah, I attack with everything. Yeah, right? Nickelback are the good guys. This timeline is strange. If you get memed by Nickelback, that's impeachable in and of itself. Here's hoping. You should have made your first... Hello, oldest son. Jacob had a good day. You get a treat? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you good day.
Yeah. Thank you for showing me. You're a good kid, Jake.
What kind of treat do you want? Chocolate.
All right. So they're playing like Groll stuff. Is it crazy to just click submit here? I feel like our main deck is like set up here. My oldest son's name is Jacob. Jacob's the older one, Declan's the younger one. So Jacob is 5. He started kindergarten this fall. Hey, thanks for some biddies, Scholar. Yeah, I'm hoping he's come home with 3 good day reports in a row, so hoping he's over the hump and adjusted to the new school and stuff like that. Had some medium days in there. We need a more in-depth story about Jacob's day. The face of Scrag and Fell the Pheasant can be okay. That's a fair assessment. Thanks for the biddies, Towboat. Top toe. Bloop. Yeah, we had a few days like that, Hype. We had a few days like that. Do I know you, like, actually? Well, believe it or not, my incredibly deceptive username of Jeff Hoagland is my actual name. So if you know a Jeff Hoagland, there's a good chance he's me. The other Jeff Hoaglands that exist in the world are, there is an Olympic cyclist named Jeffrey Hoagland, and there are a couple of mathematicians in the Netherlands who also share my name. But in large part, if you know a Jeff Hoagland, I'm probably it in the US. I'd really like to draw a land here so we can make a 1-1 and a 5-5. I think because we bricked, I'm just playing a 5-5 here. I think they're about to murder my Paradise Druid. A lot of people with my name are in prison. Yikes. Did you say your social security number starts with a 3 asking for a friend? What is your mother's maiden name and what was your first childhood animal?
No more getting pushed around.
I feel like this is how we lose this matchup, like getting stalled on land. I feel like what we have going on here lines up pretty well into them. And again, that's how these green mirrors tend to go. Like, traditionally speaking, in green mirrors, you want to be a little bit bigger. And we're definitely a little bit bigger than the opponent, but magic's magic, and you're going to fumble and die sometimes. Yeah, that concession might have been a little premature. I guess if I draw a land next turn, I could wolf and eat their thing. Yeah, I should have taken one more draw step there. Only person with my name is my dad. Yeah, we decided not to do juniors. Jacob has my first name as his middle name, and Declan has my middle name as his middle name. So we did that, but... Has anyone texted their phone number, neighbors? You should. It makes for a good time. It is Jacob Jeffrey Hoagland. It rolls off the tongue well. Sure. Hand's missing a little bit of beef, but hopefully Once Upon a Time is going to pull a Wendy's here for us and show us where it's at. I guess I have double ramp and I could turn for this. Let's get a little greedy. This might be wrong. I don't know. I kind of want to go big here. I have a lot of mana. There's some interesting side effects to having your name be truly unique. I don't know, I feel like by being like a pseudo-public figure, I have similar effects like that. Like, people know when it's me, probably. Like, I'm very much all over the place. An inordinate number of people with my name seem to have doctorates. That's not bad company. Bad company. Smells like Bone Crusher. Anybody else think it smells like Bone Crusher? My wife likes the name Reagan for our next baby, and I'm trying to convince her to go with Ray Gun spelling. It's not going well. Good luck with that one. Keep up the great work, Jeff. Can I use my tier 2 to bump the Clack Bridge build around? You can, Mox Tangerine. Woof, that's brutal. Super punished for not taking the wolf. That means we will for sure play the Clack Bridge build around on Monday. Or maybe I could probably build it. I'm ending early. We'll play the Clack Bridge tomorrow. We can definitely bump that up. Hey, 777. Thanks for the brand new tier 1 sub. Welcome to Hoaglandia. Thanks for keeping me employed this month with that. How crazy is it? I think I'm just gonna eat both these food. I'm gonna attack and then eat both these food and play the henge. And this gets tapped when you activate it, so I might as well attack. If I'm doing this, I might as well attack. It's free 5 points. I'm gonna do this now before I forget. Always activate this to gain 2. Mana burn's not a thing anymore. What is your quest? They seek my face, chat. They seek my face. Oh, he's so loud. Oh. Ooh. Who's afraid of the big bad wolf? The big bad wolf. The big bad wolf. They're afraid of the big bad wolf. Just gonna hang tight, play a little defense here. There's no reason to like get aggressive and attack like when they're gonna die here in a second. Real question, what's life like with 2 boys close in age? My wife thinks I'm insane for wanting to have a second kid close in age. Having 2 kids that aren't potty trained at the same time was a little bit annoying for a short period, but like having them close means they get to play together, and they're close on a lot of things, which is nice. They have a built-in friend. That's my favorite color. Definitely, we're talking about in Magic or in general? In Magic, probably black or green. In general, I like the color blue. These attacks seem, loose. Sure. So these are trading. Are they gonna like double Colossus over the top of this? Getting my 3-year-old to bed at night is taking years off my lifespan. Yeah. Something that we do sometimes that works well with my 4-year-old Tsunami is we have a couch in the basement in front of a TV, and like we don't let them watch TV while they're going to bed, but we like let Declan go to sleep on the couch down there, and it's new and exciting and not his bed, so he actually like stays there until he falls asleep instead of like waking up and getting out of bed. Hungry, hungry Troll King! God, triggers the Great Henge too. That's so good. And thunk. Yeah, I think these Gruul style decks are at a pretty huge disadvantage in matchups like this. Is Spawn of Mayhem a good substitution? Yeah, Spawn's fine, or you can play Bantu if you have access to that. Bantu's pretty okay. Did I miss lethal? Yeah, I think you're right. That was +6. Listen, don't tell me I ate that Rhesus wrong. That game was unlosable. Okay? That game was unlosable. Let me enjoy myself. Let me enjoy myself. Gargoyle, thanks for the very generous tier 2 sub for the half a year. I have a 2-year-old and we're due with our second in April. On top of that, we're trying to buy a new house and move before December. Thanks for the entertainment to distract us from all this stress. Well, I hope you get your house lined up. Moving in snow is no fun. Christy and I moved in January, so of this year. Was a time. Between this deck, Sultai, and Teamer Walkers from earlier, I think I like the Teamer deck from this morning the most, but I have also played the least with that, so I feel like I have the most exploration still to do there. So, I don't want to block with this, but I do want to block next turn. And because I drew another land that's a shock land, I'm actually just going to drop this in tapped and make a 1/1 here. And I'm like, this is why, like, these red decks have fallen off hard, because you're just like, play my 3-mana 5/5, good luck. Dallas gets some, like, actual factual cool weather, from my understanding. I'm actually going to do this first, because this makes it bigger. Nah, the E-League went about exactly as I expected it to go. After, well, that's pretty punishing for playing a 4/4. After I saw the matchup that I was playing in the E-League tournament, I was pretty accepting of the fact that I was likely to lose. The green-black version of this deck is pretty terrible against the Bant Ramp decks. So, Baumeister, who beat me, had, like, a very favorable matchup, and he won the die roll, so that's about all she wrote. If I knew today what I knew when I submitted the deck for that, I wouldn't submit the green-black deck, like, obviously. I just had to submit something very early. A lot of the key vampire cards were in the set that rotated out. So, really hoping to draw a land next turn so we can play the Wicked Wolf and eat the champion. Wow, got rim jobbed. We might die here. This matchup's definitely good for us, but, you know, sometimes you stumble. This card seems great in the archetype. Seems super reasonable. This is a knight too, so it works with Fervent Champion. They have another Rimrock Knight to kill Oko here. They have a Shock to finish him. We could go Shock plus Rimrock Knight. Wow, so there's like hoping to hit a Shock here. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, well, Broko's still alive. Do you have regrets, opponent? I bet you have regrets. So, if we draw an untapped land, we could Wicked Wolf, eat one of these, make this a 3/3. Okay. Oh-ho. We're halfway there. Oh-ho. Living on a prayer. Take my hand. We're still at 16 somehow. Mono red is pretty bad now. Do-do-do-do-do. It's like, opponent's just like, oh, you're still at 16? Yeah. Yeah, we're still at 16. We stumbled that long and we're still at 16. Good luck, Godspeed. Just gonna cut the 3 Troll Kings for 3 Thrashing Brontodons as 3/4s and run it back. Yeah. Yeah, and honestly, we talked about this earlier. I think it's actually really healthy that we're at a point in the format where, like, Mono Red has kind of fallen off as the #1 aggro deck. Just, like, Mono Red's been, like, peak aggro king for so long that, like, giving other color types the chance to be the best run you down deck is very, very good. Definitely want a blue source because this Goose is pretty likely to die, I think. Do I lead on Goose or do I do this? I'm gonna play Goose because it's the highest upside play. Have a good one, Dude Light. We're almost done for the day anyways. Almost done. That was a honk. Yeah, we had a patch this morning. I think I just play a 5/5. Pretty sure it's just like 5/5, yo. How does my 3 mana 5/5 make you feel? On that, feel on the inside. Wow, way to cook my goose.
Revel with your king.
Play my planeswalker that goes to 6 and gains me 3 life. Go.
Over here. This is just gonna be bad for you.
So I think I want to do this and kill the runaway rather than henge this turn. Without runaway Steamkin, they shouldn't have enough mana to do a whole lot. Teamer Oko is awesome. Easy deck of the day pick.
Watch it burn.
You don't need to hold fold control anymore. It's really sweet. It's well done. Just like everything I add to the board, it's like uphill battle, uphill battle, uphill battle. And I'm like, there's still Oko just hanging out over here, like going up to 10 next turn, going up to 9. Yeah, just. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely my preferred henge deck. I think this is reasonably competitive. I think having access to a bunch of Disdainful Strokes works to solve some of the issues that the green-black has with some of the ramp matchups. The food package is just great in here like it is in everything else. Yeah, Oko's strong, right? It's just like a good verdict. If you look at the curve in this, you consider this a 1-drop. The curve's very reasonable, especially when you consider this Hydra fills out pretty nicely. Feasting Troll King's pretty sweet with the Garenbrig Castle, so that's nice. So if you're looking for a henge deck, as always, just to plug some of my stuff at the end here, if you're new to the content and you haven't checked it out, my website has a wealth of information on it. If you click videos, favorites, I tag a couple of decks from each day's stream that are my favorites. I stream a lot of stuff, so if you just want the highlights or the neat things, this is where you can find that. On the standard page here, absolutely everything that I stream gets broken up deck by deck, so you can easily watch just the stuff that you care about. If you or your friends are looking for some sweet specific decks, I have a bunch of deck pages up here. So for example, this is the page for this henge deck. And there is, come on, website, don't fail me now. Where are my load times? There's the current deck list that you can easily export to Arena here. Easiest way to tell this isn't an official Magic website. It has an export to Arena button. Short description, line or two about what the deck does. And then at the bottom here, you'll find a playlist of all the times I've played variations of this deck. So if you're interested in henge decks, for instance, we've played Jund and green-black and blue-green, so you can see all the different variations play out. That's going to be it for me for today. I'll be back tomorrow morning about 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. We'll do one modern, then roll on into a bunch of standard. Again, as always, remember, if you are not a subscriber, a great way to support my content a little bit is I'm going to do one more ad roll at the end here, and then I'll catch you all tomorrow. Everybody, have a good one. Tier 2s bump decks just by let me know which deck you'd like to bump up, Gargoyle. So you can, if you know what you want to bump up right now, you can just let me know in chat. Otherwise, you can send me a DM on Twitch or an email later or a DM on Discord. And then I'll get it bumped up here once I update things. And just take a peek at the queue and go, this one looks good. All right, I'm muting myself. I'm just leaving it live while the last ad roll runs. Hey, well, things will look up, Captain Jack. Thanks for being here.